Yo, what is going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master, and guys, I just got back from watching the first 2 episodes of Inhumans in IMAX. Not IMAX 3D, just regular IMAX 2D. And I gotta say, first impressions or first reactions for the Inhumans is that, it's okay. It's okay. It's not. And I'm going to kind of break this down sort of in a way, because I'm not going to discuss spoilers in this review. It's going to be a general review because the show does premiere in a couple of weeks. The rest of the episodes, you can catch episode 1 and 2 in all major IMAX theaters right now. But if you guys want to go check it out for yourself. But first thing I can easily say about the first 2 episodes of, I missed like the first 2 minutes because I was late, it's traffic, but what I can say is that with the first 2 episodes, watching it in IMAX, it was a bittersweet experience for me because I knew that going into IMAX, I'm expecting to see something really good. Watching anything in IMAX, once it's filmed with IMAX cameras and the sound equipment and everything like that, you're expecting, it's a really good experience. Honestly, it's a really good, enjoyable experience to watch a movie in IMAX or anything like that. Same thing for Dunkirk was just an IMAX bonanza. It was just amazing. But the only people that were there at the theater today was just literally people who I knew genuinely care about Marvel and people who believe in the show. It was just me and like 3 or 4 other people in this big theater. But visually, the show looks good in IMAX, and the reason I mentioned bittersweet is mainly because I know once it gets to television, it's not gonna be as good as I saw it on screen, on the big screen there. I heard another YouTuber, she was talking about this, and she put it in quite a good way as far as the plot is concerned, is that besides the sort of really good visuals in IMAX, the show was pretty much Hawaii Five-0 with superheroes. The first 2 episodes, because it did take place, a lot of the scenes in New Atlan and in Hawaii. One of the things that I was looking forward to, especially, and things that I talked about leading up to the Inhumans, was Medusa's hair. Now, I'm still in the visuals area now. Medusa's hair, there were certain scenes you can tell that her hair was a wig, a straight up wig, and there was other times you can tell that it was CGI. Those scenes I'm not necessarily going to go into detail because, like I said, I want to kind of keep this spoiler free, I guess. But you can tell that it was CGI, and in other scenes where it wasn't CGI, you can also tell as well. But I will say I was not disappointed with it, though. There were certain scenes where we did get to see the full effects of the hair. It was good, yes, you can tell it was CGI, but it was good. It was entertaining to watch. And I wasn't as disappointed as I thought I was going to be going into it with her hair is concerned. Serinda Swan plays her, so I haven't seen her in other stuff. But as far as the show itself, my expectations hasn't really changed all that much. I am a little bit more interested to see where this is going to go because it's 8 episodes in total, but I'm a little bit disappointed with the amount of money they said they put into this show and what I got. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of memes that they say what you order online versus what you got. It's like, you imagine like ordering Beats on Amazon or something like that, and then when it came in the mail came these generic white headphones. That's pretty much what happened with me with Inhumans. Now, like I said, visually, I can't speak too much of it because it was IMAX. And when things are optimized for IMAX, it's going to be a completely different scenario once that stuff hits this TV screen. Okay? Like I said, IMAX was good. Once it hits the TV screen, it's going to be a little bit different. Other good things I can talk about, too, is probably some of the performance from some of the actors. Not all of them. Some other actors, and I will say, it didn't work out. There was like they were trying to do some type of comedic things here and there, and it just didn't really work out. It just fell flat. I didn't know whether I was supposed to laugh at that point, and then after the scene happened, I was like, "Oh shoot, I was supposed to laugh at that." Oh, okay, well, okay. That's just literally how it was. I was like, I was supposed to laugh at that, but I don't know. And then too, I forgot to mention too, Lockjaw was semi-disappointing, but then again, not so horrendous. Like I said, and the reason why, it's definitely, look, don't get me wrong, visually, this show, I know it's going to be so much better than any other TV show you see out there, but it can't compete with shows like The Flash and certain scenes it can't compete with The Flash visually because they put a lot of work and they have way less budget than what was in this show. It can't compete with The Flash as far as that is concerned visually, CGI wise. Honestly, I think The Flash had better CGI than what I saw here. That's just my opinion, guys. And Lockjaw, there were times, and that I guess it has to do with me just being an editor and me being involved with film and stuff like that, and me looking out for certain things. I notice certain things faster, or certain things peep out. So maybe you may not notice this, but I did. Certain scenes of Lockjaw, I'm like, this is poor. This is poor. The CGI was just poor. There was a scene, we all saw it in the trailers, where they were in the street in Hawaii. It just looked bad. It looked really bad to me. And then again, there were other scenes that looked really good. There were scenes that looked really, really awesome. And there were other scenes this was like, what on earth is, what? How could they drop the ball so hard on this? It was like a hit or miss thing. It was 50-50. That's how I'm feeling with this show so far, these first 2 episodes. And then again, like I said, I'm trying to keep my visual expectations low because, again, it was in IMAX. It was bigger, brighter, sounds were more popping, things like that. But compared to most TV superhero shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that, this will beat it. But one of the things I can say is that we all know this. Marvel runs the film world. DC runs the TV world. That's all I can say. Let's put it that way. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., from what I've heard about it, because I haven't seen it, it's okay. Marvel is really trying to secure their feet in the ground with these shows, and it's just not really working out. It's just really not working out at all. Inhumans, like I said, was a big okay. Now let's go talk about some of the actors. Serinda Swan, she did a pretty okay job as playing Medusa. I did get that Medusa vibe, the queen of the Inhumans, that kind of vibe. They had a lot of elements within the story and the actors that it worked well. But then there was other things, like I said, comedic moments and stuff like that, that just never, it didn't flow right. It didn't flow right, but her individually, I think she did her role pretty okay. I wasn't like over the top performance, but she does give me this queen vibe. I do get it, like, as I watch Game of Thrones, of course, if you guys are new to the channel. So she kind of gives me that Cersei vibe. Cersei the queen gives me this Cersei vibe. You know what I'm saying? But not as brutal as Cersei is. But she does give me a queen vibe, so I do get that. There's one specific performance that I was very impressed with, and that's Anson Mount playing Black Bolt. I had a concern going into this. How was this going to go? How was he, what are we going to see from this? Because Black Bolt can't speak. If he does speak, everything gets destroyed. How are they going to do this? So they kind of have him doing like the sign language thing, and it worked pretty well. And his eyes told the story. How he did the first 2 episodes, how they had him, I think I was very impressed with his performance because it was enjoying. It was entertaining. It was believable. This king who is, and I'm trying to talk about this without necessarily spoiling the first 2 episodes. But there were scenes where it really worked. Just him not being able to speak and him being... Yeah, I can't talk about it without spoiling it. Dang it. But you get what I'm trying to say. His performance is really, really good. And his eyes did a lot of the talking more. There was just certain scenes where he'd just be like, he looks at you. He's worried. He's scared. He's angry. Whatever. I'm probably not doing it as good as he is. But he did a really good job. But I, for one, was really impressed with his performance. And that I think I was, hats off to him. One character that kind of annoyed me in this was actually Gorgon. And that's the guy, M.A. Ikwakur. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name. He kind of annoyed me a little bit because a lot of the jokes, they were trying to pass it through him. Most times, they try to pass the jokes, a lot of the comedic stuff to the black guy in a show. Like, you know it's true. You know it's true. How most TV shows and stuff, they try to make a lot of the comedic stuff come through either a black guy or a female character and things like that. They try to pass it through with him, and it doesn't work well. And yes, he had a couple moments. He had a couple moments in the first 2 episodes. Then again, I have to keep, this is only the first 2 episodes. I have to keep that in mind. And we're going to see more of the show with these next 5 episodes coming out as the show's released, every Friday after, in a couple of weeks from the 26th of September. So we're going to have to wait and see that. But just Gorgon, I just felt he was more annoying, and just like a lot of the jokes were forced. Maybe that's just, yes, it's the pilot episode and the second episode. Maybe he gets better. Maybe there's more development. Whatever. It works. Sorta-ish. Karnak was just a character that and he's played by Ken Leung. Again, sort of disappointed with him. I mean, there was something cool that they did with Karnak, and it worked. It sort of worked. What they did, it was kind of cool to see it visually too as well, what they did with him, because Karnak should be able to, he knows how to destroy anything or find a weak spot in anything. But they added something extra and something more cool to the character that is not necessarily there in the comics, which worked. But then again, with him, it was just like, I don't know, what is this? I don't know. All the characters did, all the main actors did okay. I'm not going to go through every cast member, but they did relatively okay. Then I want to talk about Ewan Ryan. I never pronounce his name, but if you guys don't know him, he plays Maximus, and I know him as Ramsay from Game of Thrones. If you guys watch Game of Thrones, honestly, really, all I saw was just Ramsay Bolton. That's all I saw. Hey, I'm guessing Ewan Ryan is really good at playing these types of roles, but all I saw was a more tamed down Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones. That's all I was pretty much getting. Every time I saw this, I was like, yo, this is Ramsay Bolton. That's all I'm seeing is Ramsay. I guess maybe that's just me not being able to look at the actor the same way again after I saw Game of Thrones. But he did okay. He did his job. He's a good actor. He doesn't necessarily do bad. But he plays that whole rebellion thing. He does it okay. He does it well. You can tell where he's coming from. He's doing it in a way where he thinks he's genuinely helping the Inhumans. That's how that works. But all I can see was Ramsay Bolton. Honestly, from Game of Thrones, that's all I saw with his performance. But besides all of that, guys, I'm just looking through my notes and stuff here in the characters. Yeah, besides all of that, guys, there's really nothing much to say about Inhumans that other than it was okay. So far, I'm still having hope for the rest of the season. We saw in the theater, they showed us kind of a trailer for the next coming episodes, and it looks like it's going to get it more interesting. It really does. I didn't hate it the first 2 episodes. I didn't hate it, but I'm not overjoyed. I'm not really ecstatic about it, where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's not. It's a typical TV show. But I don't think I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to wait till the last episode to see how it turns out. I'll just have to wait when the show is done for me to say how I really feel about it. They do kind of hint with some MCU stuff in there, some light things, but like I said, it is the first 2 episodes. They can do so much with it. So as far as the first 2 episodes concerned, I'm not too excited about it. It's pretty much what I expected it to be. But I will watch it, of course. I may even do reactions to the episodes. Just depends on how I feel. I may do it, I may not do it. But it looks like it may get better. They did have some good character moments, though. Some good development. Sort of good development, but a lot of the backstory I felt was rushed. Keep in mind, it is 8 episodes. A lot of the backstory and getting the presence of the Inhumans and stuff like that was kind of rushed. But then again, they have a way of revealing things through flashbacks. So, that's the normal thing these days with shows, are revealing things through flashbacks. So that's what I'm pretty much thinking that they're going to do. But they could do so much with it. So we'll just have to wait and see, guys. But so far, I'm going to rate Inhumans right now an easy 6 out of 10. So far. Keeping my hopes up. Maybe it will get better. maybe, but so far it's not as bad as Iron Fist. I'll tell you that much. It's not as bad as Iron Fist, but it's not the best thing I've ever seen in the world. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed my little review of the first 2 episodes of the Inhumans, I'm not going to go too in detail with this because I'm 15 minutes in this video already. I don't keep it too long. I'm just letting you know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are. Are you interested in this? I do think that you should go out to the theaters and check them out for yourself. Maybe you might have a different opinion than me. Maybe you might actually love it more than I did. You might. But you never know. Go check it out. And the soundtrack was just another thing I just didn't want to address right now in this video, but that's a video for another time. But anyway, yeah, go check it out, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Clockmaster out.